still picture too, so also for our memory jog. I mean, we'll certainly remember you. But
nice case, by the way.
I got a really pink girly casing. It would make my son less likely to be constantly borrowing my phone, but it hasn't helped.
It does have a psychological edge to it. You must forgive me. I spent all day in a very dry building.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay.
I just started a new job today.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, what's the job?
Yeah. What?
What's the job?
The same as it ever was in another building. The irony is, I used to work in that building in 1990. And I'm back in the building. There's the same building. There's a Home Depot on 23rd Street. That used to be the home of Bozell, New York, which was a very large ad agency.
Yeah, I know.
It's gone.
Yeah,
That brand is
right,
gone.
yeah.
Now I work in the same building. Of all the buildings, to go back to that same building is very strange.
It's a big day for you then.
Very big.
And
So
here we go. So whenever you're ready.
My mother was a complex woman, gone now far longer than I ever knew her. I can only hope to understand her contribution to my life by studying the clues she left behind in disconnected moments. You know, like a movie trailer revealing the entire storyline in tiny kisses of black. Here's the opening vignette, close up on my mother. You kids, she says, all you're ever going to remember is the crap. Bam, smash cut to my mother doing a jaunty cha-cha at the edge of the Ocean Parkway station as her husband and kids beg her to please, please stop. I told you my mother was complex. Dissolved to sepia vintage footage. My mother, Charlotte, is born in 1927, the only child of Rose and Jack. One can only assume that the name Charlotte failed to project the air of mystery desired by this young woman coming of age in Flatbush section of Brooklyn in the 30s and 40s. So at some point, Charlotte rebranded herself as the exotic, worldly Charlene, which according to the Social Security website was the 157th most popular name that year. Number one being Mary. A creepy family dentist would later inquire, your mother's name is Charlene, what is she, Southern? My mother made it perfectly clear that she paid very dearly to be called Mommy. I'm the oldest of two, but I wasn't the first. There were injections of diethylstilbestrol and a series of painful procedures. My brother and I would be reminded of that fact whenever we acted, well, like children. This is how you treat me? For this, I had my tubes blown? My mother was very funny. Did I mention that? One day, my mother shared with me her innermost thoughts about motherhood. Here's the scene. Late afternoon, I'm 9 years old, sitting with her in the living room, watching Soupy Sales. Apropos of nothing, she takes a drag on our unfiltered Chesterfield and delivers this line. Mothers are the most destructive force in the universe. Hitler, polio, the atomic bomb, and mothers. Cut to me with a blank expression, hey, I'm 9. But even in my child's mind, this remark was stunning. I mean, who the hell was she talking about? Herself? If so, this was a wildly apocalyptic interpretation of the smart, funny mommy that I loved, really the most destructive force in the universe. Was she observing the enormous influence that mommies potentially wield over their children? Was this an apology in advance for the neurosis bomb she implanted in my fragile psyche? Mission accomplished, Mom. Or an even more baffling possibility. Did she mean her mother, my delightful grandmother Rose, also known as Nanny? My family loved pseudonyms. What soul-destroying transgression could she have possibly made? Oh, is that what you're wearing? This movie trailer ended abruptly over 30 years ago. The truth is, I never got to ask my mother that or any other follow-up questions. I really never had the opportunity to relate to my mother as an adult, you know, parent to parent. But as I replay these random scenes in my mind, I can only understand now why my mother chose to demystify motherhood for her sons. Having her fallopian tubes popped open with compressed gas was excruciating, and she wanted us to know it. She wanted us to understand that she paid a price to have me, so the least I could do was vacuum my damn room. All you kids will remember is the crap, she said. You got that wrong, though. Here's what this movie is really about. My crazy, wonderful mother was teaching me the most important lesson I could ever hope to learn. How to live a full, meaningful life with another woman. and that education continues. And everything I've come to understand about the magnificent power of motherhood, I learned from my darling Ellen. The other woman was courageous enough to marry me.
Very good.
Thank you.